Have you ever wondered just how important Canadian tourists are to the USA economy? In 2025, their absence could spell trouble for some American states that rely heavily on the Great White North's seasonal visitors. Every year, millions of Canadians cross the border to shop, relax, invest, and escape their brutal winters. In fact, Canadian tourists are among the top spenders in the United States, pouring billions of dollars into local economies. But what happens if that steady stream of snowbirds and shoppers suddenly dries up? Rising inflation, a weakening Canadian dollar, stricter travel regulations, and even political tensions have led to a noticeable drop in cross-border travel in recent years. And as Canadian travel habits shift in 2025, certain USA states are beginning to feel the economic pinch. From real estate to tourism, small businesses to healthcare, entire communities are built around the predictable seasonal flow of Canadian money. So, which USA states are most at risk? Let's take a closer look at 6 American states that will suffer the most if Canadians stop visiting. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below if you've ever seen a snowbird in action. Number 1. Florida, the winter paradise in peril. Canadians absolutely adore Florida. With its sun-kissed beaches, affordable vacation homes, and endless golf courses, it's no wonder that over 3.5 million Canadians visited the Sunshine State in peak years. Many stay for months at a time during the winter, spending thousands on rentals, dining, medical services, and local attractions. Cities like Fort Lauderdale, Sarasota, and Naples are hotbeds for Canadian snowbirds. But in 2025, Florida is already feeling the chill. A weaker Canadian dollar means fewer snowbirds are buying or renting homes. Medical clinics that cater to temporary Canadian residents have reported a drop in clients, and local businesses that rely on seasonal traffic have seen noticeable declines in revenue. Tourism officials estimate the state could lose over $2 billion annually if the trend continues. And with Florida's tourism sector being one of its biggest employers, the ripple effect could hurt thousands of workers. If Canadians stop visiting Florida, it's not just the beaches that will feel empty, it's the bank accounts of countless small business owners too. Hit that subscribe button if you think Florida should start paying more attention to their northern guests. Number 2. Arizona. Snowbird Central at risk. Arizona may not have beaches, but it offers something just as valuable to Canadians. Dry, warm winters. Snowbirds from provinces like Alberta and British Columbia flock to Arizona's desert towns for relief from the cold. With thousands of Canadians owning property in Phoenix, Mesa, and Tucson, they contribute heavily to the housing market and local economy. In 2025, however, Arizona's snowbird season has been shrinking. Rising healthcare costs, new visa restrictions, and concerns about long-term travel insurance for seniors are keeping many Canadians at home. RV parks that were once packed are seeing more vacancies, and golf courses, once bustling with Canadian retirees, are quieter than usual. Arizona's economy, particularly in its retirement and hospitality sectors, depends on Canadian visitors more than most realize. If the trend continues, small communities that once thrived in the winter months may struggle to keep their doors open. Are Canadians pulling the plug on Arizona for good? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button if you've ever vacationed in the Grand Canyon State. Number 3. New York, cross-border chaos. New York State shares a long border with Canada and benefits tremendously from cross-border tourism and shopping. Canadians from Ontario and Quebec regularly travel to New York to shop, dine, and explore cities like Buffalo, Rochester, and Albany. Some even cross the border just to fill up gas tanks or stock up on groceries. But since 2020, travel has not fully bounced back. In 2025, cross-border trips are still lagging behind pre-pandemic numbers. Tighter passport requirements, inflation, and rising toll and fuel costs have discouraged quick day trips and weekend getaways. Businesses near border crossings have noticed the dip. Malls are seeing less foot traffic, restaurants are earning less, and tax revenue from Canadian shoppers has dropped. For a state like New York that once earned over $1 billion annually from Canadian tourists, the loss is significant. Border towns are especially vulnerable, and officials have started campaigns to lure Canadians back. But it's an uphill battle. Will New York bounce back or fall behind? Click subscribe and comment below if you think cross-border travel should be easier in 2025. Number 4. Michigan, the forgotten neighbor. Michigan and Ontario are practically siblings, separated only by a river and a few bridges. Detroit, Windsor, and Sault Ste. Marie have long-standing cross-border relationships fueled by tourism, commerce, and family ties. Canadian travelers once filled Michigan's hotels, casinos, outlet malls, and sports stadiums, contributing hundreds of millions to the state's economy. However, with tighter spending habits and a less favorable exchange rate in 2025, Canadians are visiting less often. Casinos in Detroit report fewer Canadian patrons, and shopping centers in Port Huron and Sault Ste. Marie are feeling the financial burn. Even Michigan's scenic Upper Peninsula, a hidden gem for Canadian nature lovers, has seen a dip in foreign visitors. Michigan's reliance on Canadian dollars makes it one of the most exposed states to changing travel patterns. If this trend continues, many businesses along the border may have to close or significantly cut back. Have you noticed fewer Ontario license plates in Michigan lately? Hit the like button if you think it's time the state took action to keep the Canadians coming. Number 5. Nevada, Sin City slowing down. Las Vegas has long been a dream destination for Canadians seeking excitement, entertainment, and a little luck. In fact, Canadian tourists rank among the top international spenders in Nevada, especially in Las Vegas and Reno. They fill up luxury hotels, book shows, and pour money into the casino economy. But things are changing in 2025. Travel restrictions, higher airfare, and cautious spending have meant fewer Canadians are rolling the dice in Vegas. Casinos have reported a decline in international foot traffic, and local businesses are adjusting to a less lucrative tourist base. Even convention centers and entertainment venues are missing their northern guests. Nevada's tourism-based economy depends heavily on international traffic, and Canadian tourists are a critical component. If their numbers continue to fall, the consequences could include job losses, hotel closures, and reduced state revenue. Think Vegas can survive without Canadians? Drop a comment and subscribe to see more tourism-based updates like this. Number 6. California, a quiet exodus. While it may not be the first state people associate with Canadian tourists, California is a favorite for those seeking long road trips, cultural escapes, and coastal weather. Cities like Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco see thousands of Canadians each year who rent Airbnbs, visit theme parks, and explore iconic landmarks. In 2025, however, the cost of travel to California has soared. Flight prices from Canada have increased, and many travelers are opting for domestic trips instead. Additionally, inflation and high costs in California itself have pushed Canadians to choose cheaper alternatives in Mexico or even Europe. As a result, California's tourist-heavy cities are missing out on millions in foreign revenue. Restaurants, hotels, and theme parks are all feeling the impact, especially during peak seasons. Even California's wine country has noted a drop in Canadian visitors. If the state doesn't adjust its pricing or promote targeted tourism, it could lose a loyal and profitable segment of travelers. Hit that bell icon if you think California needs to win back its Canadian fans before it's too late. Canadian tourists have been the quiet engine powering countless communities across the United States for decades. As their travel patterns shift in 2025, the economic impact is being felt far and wide. From Florida's sunny shores to New York's bustling border towns, these 6 states are especially vulnerable. Whether due to cost, convenience, or climate, fewer Canadians are coming and America may not be ready for the fallout. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Wanderlust Ventures, and tell us in the comments. Have you seen fewer Canadians in your area? Until next time, safe travels. No matter which side of the border you're on.